What up, YouTube? P4 Leader here once again, back with another late night video for you guys. And tonight's topic will be on Naruto and its villains. And I just want to offer a new perspective on the term villains for this series, because that's what I've been doing lately, just offering different perspectives, so you can try to see things in a different light so they don't seem so bad. And I know a lot of people been angry with how Naruto's villains have been, so that prompted me to want to express a new perspective so you can feel better about the situation, so when you read new chapters with this perspective, it ain't that bad. So let's hop right on into that, because personally I don't believe Naruto has heroes and villains in the traditional sense. In this universe, there really isn't a such thing as a hero or a villain. It's more broken up into the protagonist and the antagonist, and that's the kind of story we have in this universe. Because the reason I say this is because the villains in this series aren't really villains. You can't look at them as villains. You should change up your perspective and see that they're just antagonists, not really villains. So let's cut that title off altogether. And the reason I say that is because nobody in this series, between Obito, Madara, Nagato, and all these people, they really weren't villains. They all wanted to bring about peace in their own way. And the series basically shows a clash of ideology. Naruto's ideology versus their ideology. Which is the correct ideology? They all want to find a path to peace, Some have their own way to getting to it, and hence Obito's way and Madara's way, which is through the infinite Tsukiyomi. They still want to bring about peace, and Nagato wanted to bring about peace through pain, So their motives were good. You can't knock them on their motives of what they want to do, and that's what breaks them out of the box of being a villain, so to speak. They just more antagonists, because their way of getting to it is more of a ruthless approach. And when people get mad at the talk no jutsu swaying the antagonist, all these antagonist emotions, you can't really get mad at that, because it's just their ideology, changed. Naruto was able to sway their ideology in his direction. When you find an alternative to a ruthless way, you want to take that way. You want to take the easiest, quickest way to peace, and that's essentially what all these antagonists want. So Naruto brings about a way of bringing that without bloodshed and without the needless killing and all of that. So that do seem rather enticing to these antagonists that pretty much just want to bring about peace. So you can't really get mad at them for being that way. So let's just remove the title of villain altogether. In the Naruto universe, there pretty much weren't any real villains. The closest thing we had to that was Orochimaru. Other than that, all of Shippuden pretty much wasn't really, no real villains. And the reason I say there's no heroes in this is because no ninja's hands is clean in the Naruto universe. Ninjas have to kill. Minato, one of the most feared ninja, because he killed. Kakashi in the Anbu Blackouts, he killed people. They were killers, so can you really say these people are good when they're spilling blood? They're killing other ninja who just doing their job. Especially when these different countries and countries warring to war with each other. Different villages were going to war with each other. They had to kill. Minato has a track record for killing people. Guy Sensei has killed people before. All of these supposed heroes have killed before. So can you really say they are heroes? The Leaf Village Shinobi have invaded other nations and killed people. Can you really say that's heroes? Can you really say it's heroes? You gotta think about that shit. The Leaf Village sent Kakashi and his team to go kill Zabuza and Haku. You know, damn near on some America type shit where America sends their troops to different countries and kill all these people and shit looking for terrorists. Is America the good guys? No. You can't really see America as a good guy unless you one of them over the top patriotic motherfuckers that blindly believe everything. But if you a rational person, you will see that it's hard to see a good side in that. There is no good side to it. And that's how it is in a Naruto universe. People who hate the series only see shit in black and white. They see good and bad, and they say the bad villains just suck and all that shit. But they not seeing it in the right perspective. So what I'm saying is, I'm offering a perspective to look at it in. There's no heroes, there's no villains. There's a protagonist and there's an antagonist. And they all have the same end goal. And it's a clash of ideology. Who ideals is right? Whose ideals is the correct way to peace? And when Naruto talks one of the antagonists into believing his way of speaking, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it just shows how rational and diplomatic these characters can be. How these are not real villains. They, in this ninja world, everything is gray. You know, everything is gray. So, like I said, I just want to offer that perspective to look at it. Like I said, no good guys, no bad guys, and just a clash of ideology. Who ideals do you think is right? Because I know people got mad that Kabuto is healing Sasuke and that Obito is helping Kakashi, and I'm just really trying to express that these people weren't villains to begin with. They were not villains. They weren't. You can't really put them in that category. They were troubled people who had their minds warped by this gray ninja world where there was so much murder and war around that their minds got warped, and they all have the same end game, you know. And they antagonists. They antagonizing Naruto. They people that are against Naruto. That's what antagonists are. They're supposed to antagonize the protagonist. So that's what they serve in the story, not just straight out villains. So look at things in that perspective, and you know, Naruto might seem a little bit better to you. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on it. You can hit me down in the comments down below. Tell me how you feel about tonight's topic, and subscribe to my channel for more discussions like this one. T4 Lady here, signing off. Thank you guys for watching.